Hey guys, let me just check and make sure I'm live on YouTube and Facebook and everything else. Hey Alex, good morning, sir. You're the first one in the room today. Welcome, welcome. Leonard, good morning to you. And it's just gone 22 minutes past the hour here. So I need to wait another 8 minutes for my candle that I look for. I look at the half past the hour is the one I'm watching for. And that's the start of something usually. And we're looking at gold on the 10-minute time frame. And this is the Tokyo closing session. And for those of you that don't know, let me just brief you a little bit here. The Tokyo Open was 5 hours and 20 minutes ago, right here on this candle. 5 hours and 20 minutes ago. That's on that candle right there. That was the Tokyo Open. So Tokyo has been open for 5 hours and 22 minutes. And they've now come back from lunch. And so they're getting ready to start closing orders, opening orders. And actually, Tokyo closes 2 hours after London opens. So Tokyo closes right here. So it's the Tokyo closing session. It's the afternoon session for Tokyo. It means they'll be executing orders, opening orders, closing orders. And here is the opening of the London session right here on this after this gray box. So after London opens, Tokyo is still open for 2 hours. Although we don't usually see too much going on. Usually after the first hour you can see something happening with London. But the first hour is usually pretty quiet. And then Sydney opens, Sydney closes 1 hour after London opens, I believe. I don't really care too much about the Sydney market. Hi, Gigi. Sawadee krab. สบายดีบ่ วันนี้มีข่าวดี สุดยอด So I don't care too much about the crazy Tokyo session, Alex. It's been a crazy day. It's a yo-yo day. You know, starting down with Sydney, going back up with Tokyo, coming down in Tokyo, going back up, now going back down. It's just a yo-yo. No clear direction. This is not anything I'm looking for. So Tokyo did push it up to 49.72, I believe they did. No, 44.97. 44.97. That's the 4,500 zone. You remember yesterday, this blue line here, this was support yesterday. And today it's resistance. 4,500, that zone there, a little above, a little below, that's resistance. And we came down during the New York session a lot, and then the Tokyo session also. So it looks like we are bearish. In fact, on the 4-hour chart, gold is bearish. It started the day bullish yesterday, and then finished the day bearish in one day. Bullish to bearish in one day on the 4-hour chart. That's unusual. Really unusual. So just waiting another few minutes for my main candle here. This is not any kind of a trade setup that I'm looking for here. Yesterday we had a good one. Now we've got a couple of minutes. I'll go back home and look at yesterday. Yesterday was interesting. Hey, where's that 1230 candle? Right, not even there. Oh, right here. right there. I went long on that. Remember yesterday I went long on that candle, and then I said on this next candle, oh, I don't like that, and then I got out and it came down, but I should have stayed in because as you see, it went up. It continued up to the previous day. It broke the Asian high yesterday, so I should have stayed in that one. But it didn't look very good, so I got out, took a small loss. No big deal. It already most of the move was already done, and I wasn't really confident in taking a trade. Once you see a huge move like this, it's almost already done. But it did make one last blast up before going sideways the rest of the day, and then turning around and coming back down to where it started. Oh, and here we are bearish now. Today we are bearish on the 4 hour, bearish on the day chart. Let's see what it's going to do. Looks like it wants to break below my candle here, my trend line. This is the trend line strategy with my upward trend line. If it breaks below and closes below, then I will go short. But I wait for the next candle. That's my preference. If it breaks above the downward trend line, then I would go long. But we're bearish today, bearish. And of course, we are bearish because look at gold. I mean, look at oil. Oil went up to $94 earlier today because Iran is bombing Kuwait and Bahrain. And, they're still shooting at each other over there. The war is never going to end. Oh, now the US dollar going up. Look at this. This is right now on the US dollar, getting a big move on the US dollar. So that's putting pressure on gold. Absolutely. Absolutely. 30 seconds to go on this candle. What do you think? Let me go over and have a look at my 5-minute chart right quick. Mm, don't like the looks of that too much on my 5-minute chart. And we do have the Asia low here and the previous day low. And this, look at that, look at that, look at that. Tokyo lunch run. But I need to wait for that candle to close now. Just this candle is finished. Okay, there we go. I don't really think we've got much room to go down before it reverses. You see, it was already right here earlier, once, twice, and now coming there again. And this is already a big move. So I'm a little bit hesitant here for this Asia session to keep going down. But boy, that's a massive candle now, hey. Oh boy. And our support level is here at 44.52. So we might come down to that support level and bounce off. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that go. I'm so tempted to jump on that. It's already gone though. Don't chase the candles. Don't have FOMO. If I didn't get this trade, that's okay. There will be another trade later. That's a very, and looking on the 5-minute chart, it could still go down. And this is the thing is, guys, this is a long way. I would have to put my, according to my rules, I would put my stop loss at 44.85, and this is now at 44.61. That's a $25 stop loss. I prefer that when it breaks, it's like over in this area here. So I have a tight stop loss. So I'm going to pass on this right now. Yeah, I'm going to pass on this one right now. Just be patient, see how it unfolds. It's broken the previous day low from yesterday. Let's see what the dollar is doing. And the dollar, oh, they put the brakes on USD. Now it's coming back down. Oil, still coming up. Okay, what do we got here? It's rejecting this low here. Big rejection. Big rejection. This is where the liquidity is, guys. It's a liquidity pool below that previous day low. And it's also been the Asian low up until now. Bounce once, bounce twice. Now we got a liquidity grab, it looks like. But still need to wait for this candle to close. 7 more minutes. And by the way, guys, not too many of you here in the room today, but that's okay. If you're in the Telegram group, I would appreciate it if you chat in the Telegram group. Some of you message me privately. That's okay. I will reply to you, but I would prefer that you message in the Telegram group. Hey, good day, mate. Howard, welcome. Because if you message in the Telegram group, then that creates community, and others will reply, and that will encourage others to also share their stuff. It doesn't have to be anything great, just your comments, what you're trading, what you're doing, your loss, your winnings, doesn't matter. And there's a lot of beginners in the group. Don't be shy, man. Just chat in the Telegram group, Prosperity Rising. And if you're not in that group, just remember you can telegram me at my Telegram ID is at RickRayFX, and let me know you want to be in the chat group, and I'll add you to it. So that was definitely a liquidity sweep. Not a sweep, that was a grab. That was a liquidity grab. I'm so glad I didn't jump on the candle. I would be in a big loss right now. That's my rule, is to wait till the candle closes. And 9 out of 10 times I will do that. I do have emotions also. And once in a while I break the rules. And I usually pay for it dearly. It's good. It's better to follow the rules. Yeah, Howard, he chats in the group once in a while, lets us know what's going on with the Elliott wave and how he perceives the charts. Always good to get other opinions, see what everybody else is doing. We can all learn from each other. Wow, man, that was a massive liquidity grab. It's a classic liquidity grab. Classic. Take note of that, guys. I don't know if you put on your charts or not. I keep telling you every session, mark the previous day low and mark the previous day high, because that's where the liquidity pool is, and that's where smart money goes. to get the liquidity they need to make the moves they want to make. Smart money uses our trades to make their moves. And everybody's selling here, right? And they know that. The big players, the central banks, the institutions, the hedge fund managers, they go down there and grab all that liquidity, pending orders, stop losses. Now let's see. Sometimes they do another grab, but sometimes then it will just start going the other direction. It's unusual to see such a clear liquidity grab in this session. You often see it often in the New York session, a lot, all the time in the New York session. So mark your previous day low, and then also mark your previous day high. Today, the previous day high is way up there, 45.41. That was the previous day high. We had a big move up and down yesterday. But mark those on your chart. You will be surprised how often the price goes to those key levels. Another 1.5 minutes on this candle. Now going back down. How about that? Well, gold is bearish. So what I see, recognizing this, let's just give it 30 seconds here. Let this candle finish. Oh, actually 40 seconds. No, yeah, 40 seconds more. Let this candle finish. Then we'll get a better idea of what's happening. Silver spiked. Yeah, okay, silver. I got some friends that trade silver. I don't. Okay, good on you, Leonard. Well done. Sometimes you can do that if it's a little bit risky before the candle is finished. But if you take a buy, you can see that's now you can see that that was a liquidity grab. I like to wait for confirmation. And now what do we got here? Hey, Raj, thanks for tuning in. Everybody, don't forget to click that like button. So now we need to wait another 10 minutes on this candle. So that was a clear liquidity grab. As I was saying, sometimes if you're experienced and you know and you recognize this kind of a move and you see it started to pull back like it does, and it's got a big wick on it, you can go long. It's a little bit risky though, and then you put your stop loss below the wick. But I like to wait for confirmation with the next candle when I'm trading a liquidity grab, which happens often in the New York session. This is kind of unusual for this time of day. So we just have to be patient, see what's going on. See, let's jump over and look at the. Looks like it might continue bearish, but again, for me, I prefer candles to be over in this area here because if I took a trade now, my stop loss would be way up here according to my rules, and that's really far away. Okay, I could trade a smaller lot. I'd rather wait for an ideal situation. Let it be moving, over in this area here. But it certainly does look like it's going to continue down. Hey, I couldn't take that trade anyway because this did not close below my trend line. In actual fact, I should. Now, it's even worse. So I might miss this trade today, guys. Uh, Leonard, I think you got stopped out at break even. Another big, massive momentum candle. Sometimes you'll see a liquidity grab and then the second liquidity grab. That's why I like to wait for confirmation before I. Normally, if you see something like this, you can go long, but I wait for the next candle to get confirmation, and I don't have confirmation yet. Looking at the big picture of things, the geopolitical situation, the day chart, the 4 hour chart, gold is bearish. We should see lower prices. This yellow arrow, some of you came in late. This is the beginning of the Tokyo session I was explaining, and that was 5 hours and 43 minutes ago. So this is what we call the Tokyo closing session, these last 3 or 4 hours here. And you could say it's the Tokyo lunch run. They've all come back from lunch now, and they're starting to get excited, placing their big orders. And then Tokyo will finish right here, 2 hours after London opens. And I believe Sydney will close right about 1 hour after London opens, right about in here. But I don't pay any attention to the Sydney market. Sydney, Australia is a low population, small population, like what, 25 million people, and Tokyo has 25 million people in one city, more than the whole population of Australia. Australia is a great place, beautiful place, very sparse population, a lot of wide open spaces. It's as big as the United States, a lot of wide open spaces in the outback. So the Sydney market for forex trading is pretty small market. And so we are at the previous day low, and that is giving us support here around the 45, 40, 44.62. Remember yesterday, 4,500 was support. Now 44.97 or the 4,500 zone is now resistance. So we're looking at lower prices during the day, I believe. What's next? Let me look at my 4 hour chart and see what the next level would be. Um, well, the next major support level is 44.50, and then below that is 44.30. But I believe we're coming down to 43.80 eventually, maybe this week, 43.80 for the long term. But the next one is 44.50. In fact, our support level on this on the 10-minute chart is even 44.52. So very likely that will come down, bounce off of that, and then go back up, unless we're going to make lower prices. And then 44.30 would be the next one. Hey, you're welcome, Howard. Thank you for being here. See, Howard just made 40 pips. One lot, that's $400. 0.1, a mini lot, that's $40. If you trade a mini lot, then you can buy your lunch today with your profit. So 10, 12 minutes before the hour, everything has slowed down here. Everything has slowed down. Yeah, let's just give Howard a round of applause. Good job, Howard. So, look at that. See, I told you. Sometimes they do a second sweep. That's why I wait for confirmation. Normally, you see a liquidity grab like this. You go, oh, okay, they're gonna go long, and then they do another liquidity grab. Oh, classic. Got to be careful of that. See, Leonard, if you'd have put your stop loss below that first wick, then you'd still be in the trade. That's what I would have done if I had taken that. In the New York session, I probably would have taken that on this candle here. I look at the trend lines a lot less, and I trade based on liquidity during the New York session. So if I had seen this in the New York session, I probably would have taken that as a long trade and then put my stop loss at 44.56 below the wick. Because usually the second sweep, if there is one, it won't be as deep. And you can see that's what happened here. Doesn't mean that we're going to reverse direction and go up now, but that's the way it looks to be unfolding. And the 5 minute chart, we're starting to get green candles on that. Yeah, here we go. Classic liquidity grab. Oh, I love it. No, it's not crazy, Leonard. It's just, the market just moves. The market is always right. Never right, never wrong. It just does what it does. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Leonard. Yeah, that's why I wait for confirmation. You have that in the back of your mind that this is a bearish market. Why would it turn around and go up? But we saw that here, rejection of the previous day low, and then kind of a strange candle, and then it went up. So we're getting a lot of seesaw action here today. Came down here, hit the previous day low, and then went up. Came back down, hit the previous day low, and then went up. So is that what it's going to do again? Oh boy, just seesaw action here. I don't see a good trade setup for myself. I like to see something over in here, it'll break above or it'll break below my trend lines. This is too far away for me to be comfortable taking a trade. I know I'll get a trade later in the day. I do not suffer from FOMO. I got over that a long time ago. And also, just a point, Leonard, you need to be cautious where you put your stop loss above break even. I like to use 100 pips. Let it go in my favor, 100 pips, before I consider to move it to break even. Because it just happens to be 20, 30 pips away, it'll come back and get your stop loss. Even 100 pips, I've seen it do that. 50 pips, forget it. You got to be careful. Don't let it go well into profit before you move to break even. I know you don't want to lose that little bit of profit that you have. I know, I understand. That's part of the psychology of trading. Be willing to accept a loss. Boy, it really doesn't like this previous day low, eh? Very small crowd today. Don't know where OJ is from the Bahamas. He was here yesterday. Now let's just look at the dollar again. DXY, after a big run up, now starting to hesitate here around 99 and change. What's oil doing? Oil's still going up. Yeah, that's bearish for gold. If oil keeps going up, gold will keep going down. And I expect oil will keep going up, guys. I mean, you saw the news today. Iran is bombing Kuwait and Bahrain, and that's we don't know. I know Trumpy Dumpty. He really doesn't want to start the war, bombing again from the U.S. I know he doesn't want to do that because the Americans are really against that, and he's just losing all kinds of popularity if he ever had any popularity. I know he really doesn't want to start bombing again. That's why they keep saying, "Oh, we're having negotiations. Negotiations are going well," and Iran says, "No, no, they're not." So we'll go back to the gold chart. Okay, I'm going to stick around for another 5 minutes. Let's see what's going to happen, or maybe 10 minutes. Wait till that top of the hour candle. Now we're getting some pretty strong momentum here. And guys, you've noticed probably that one of the guys in our group, DJ Ago, his name is Agostino, he's from Italy, and he started a 100K prop firm a few days ago, and he's posting all of his wins and losses in there. So check out his videos, subscribe to his channel, and you guys feel free to do the same. Post your results in there. Let's build up the community. You're welcome to send me private chats, but chat in the group. Don't be bashful. Like Howard said, we don't bite. And we got people in there from all over the world, beginners, advanced, everything. There's no high impact news today, I don't believe. Just look at Forex Factory right quick. Investing.com. Sometimes they have different news, slightly different. On investing.com. Tonight's Wednesday. Yeah, we've got the ADP non-farm employment change. That's an estimation of what non-farm will be on Friday, but there is still high impact. Okay, and that's tonight at 1 hour and 15 minutes before Wall Street opens. And then we've got global services PMI, non-manufacturing prices, ISM non-manufacturing, and crude oil inventory. So yeah, there is on investing.com quite a bit of news. Look at forex factory. Okay, yeah, similar. One or two items not there. Oh, I see. We missed the GDP quarter on quarter from Australia this morning. It was bad. So I guess the Australian dollar went down. Oh, there we go. While I'm talking, while I'm looking at the news, my goodness, another big liquidity sweep. But sometimes, we get like this and it keeps going. That would be called a liquidity run. They just grab all that liquidity and keep going, but don't know which way it's going to go yet. But I think we're looking at lower prices today, guys. So the first support level is 44.52. Could have got in this earlier, probably. Yeah, that's even before the Tokyo came back from lunch. What if I'd have had my trend line over here? No, even still, I couldn't get into it right about here. So I wouldn't have on the trend line strategy. I couldn't have got any of these here. Yeah, making a big move. That's a huge, massive candle. Massive. It's going like a rocket now. And so, yeah, if I had taken that liquidity grab and I put my stop loss below the wick, I would have got stopped out. That's why I like to wait for confirmation. And this is strongly bearish. The Asia high has formed a new high. The Asia low, sorry. So we just adjust our chart there. That's the new Asia low. Previous day low, you can't adjust that till tomorrow. So it has taken out the previous day low during the Asia session. Now top of the hour, and what happens? A possible reversal. Oh, Leonard. Oh, Leonard. Don't chase the candles. You went short. Oh my God. At the top of the hour, it's common that you see a reversal. That's a good question, Raj. If it holds below the previous day low, can we see continuation? Well, anything can happen, as you know. But if it holds here, now that's yeah, I hear what you're saying. And it looks like it is holding there. And it looks like it's going to continue. Gold is bearish. The price of oil is going up. The war is continuing. Iran is bombing countries, and that's bad for gold. Let's look at the DXY. Yeah, look at that. US dollar shooting up. So what we've been seeing, we've had a big, massive run down, and you're going to get retracement. We all know that you're going to get pullbacks. But we need to see how it's going to play out. Is it going to be a continuation? Very likely. It might just come back up here to this moving average where it is now, and then start back down. So it's not holding below the previous day low, not yet. In fact, right now that's a bullish engulfing, but it's not finished yet. Yeah, let me look at my 5 minute chart. Still bearish on the 5 minute chart. Yeah, our bias is bearish, but we know we're going to get a retracement, a pullback. Which after a big run here, we saw this. You know you're going to get a pullback. You don't know how far it's going to go. Like this is a big pullback. Okay, but I would want to wait till this kind of plays out and see if we get a strong wick here. If we get a long wick here and then it starts to continue down, then that would indicate we're going to go to lower prices. Yeah, that's where you got to look at it, Alex. It's a game. But we're up against the professionals, the central banks, the hedge fund managers, the institutions. It's not retail traders moving the price like this. It's not you and me. It's the big boys. They call it smart money. They use our trades to make the moves they want to make. And Leonard said he went short on this candle here. I think he probably got stopped out already. Yeah, but it's not finished yet, Raj. You're just scalping, Leonard, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But it's pretty tough with big moves like this. And I wouldn't do it on a 10 minute chart. I would if I do scalping in the New York session, but I do it on the 5 minute chart. And even on the 5 minute chart, it will be pretty tough today. Red, green, red, green, red, red, green, red. Even scalping would be tough. You look at this. This is a big downward move. Came back up. Another big downward move. Came back up. Another big downward move. Came right back up. So Raj is not an engulfing candle anymore. I don't like this. I don't like to play this game. I'm sitting out waiting. I'm sitting on my hands. I want to wait till it gets over in here, and then I have a more decent stop loss. And I don't see any clear direction at all. It's only the bias is bearish. where to get in. Ideally, if we got in over here and then just, just hold it, we'll put our stop loss maybe right in here or something. So probably what the institutions did, they saw everybody start selling, 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 selling. And then they said, okay, we'll get their stop losses. Boom, 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 boom. And then go again. I don't like to play this game. In this session, I'm just protecting my capital. I haven't lost anything today. It's okay, I mean, there will be an opportunity later, for sure. And another 1 minute on this candle. So like I keep saying today, I know I sound like a broken record, and young people say, "What's a record?" But I know I sound like a broken record, but I want my trade setup to be over here. Too much distance between the. Now it's a bullish engulfing again. Uh, and now it's not a bullish engulfing. 30 seconds to go, and we'll see whether it is or not. 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's not a bullish engulfing candle. It did not close above this one. Came close. And what did I say earlier? It might just come up and hit this moving average, which is this is dynamic moving average, dynamic resistance. So it came up to that resistance, and started to fall back down. That's going to stay there a little bit. Moving averages are dynamic support and resistance. And this is the 8 EMA. I have it on all my charts. You see, when the price starts to get a long way from that 8 EMA, then it will go back up and touch it. Then it gets a long way from it again. Then it will go back up and touch it. And that continues to be resistance. I mean, it's not perfect. It's just, can give you confluence with another indicator that you're using. You want your MT, you want the MTV. What are you talking about, Howard? MTV, for me, a boomer, MTV is music television. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. What? Now this one has bounced off of the 8 EMA also and trying to make its way back down. We might just go sideways for a while here because after this big drop down, then they kind of consolidate the price. set up a new price structure, and then boom, maybe break and go lower again during the London session. But we just have to wait and see how it unfolds. Yeah, Alex, I don't know what Howard's talking about. MTV, music television. Young people don't know what MTV is, but us baby boomers, we know. That was way back in the day when the rock groups would make a video and put it on TV. It's called MTV, music television. But now everything's changed. Everything is streaming and whatever. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's getting on the quarter past the hour, and we've seen an interesting game today, but no trade set up, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever. No trade is a good trade. I didn't lose any money today, so I'll look for a trade setup later in the day. Probably don't expect anything in the London session, but then in the New York session can always get something because of the high volume, high liquidity, especially when we have that news tonight, a lot of high impact news coming. So there should be plenty of action during the New York session. I know it's too late for some of you, those of you down under, but I'm always here for the opening of Wall Street. Stick around for a couple of hours. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day. And don't forget, guys, if you're in the Telegram group, uh, chat in there and let us all know. Let's build that community. And I hope you have a good day of trading wherever you are. Okay, see you again tomorrow.